Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a boy named Zirin. Now, Zirin lived in a silent village. That's right. Everyone in the village stopped talking after sunset. And guess why? Well, because of what happened next. After sunset, their shadows would come alive and listen intently to every word they spoke. You see, shadows are sneaky. They absorb your voice and hold it hostage. Then they whisper secrets back to you, tempting you with power, knowledge, and fame. And if you take the bait, well, then they own your soul. So everyone in the village kept quiet after sunset. They didn't want to give their voices to the shadows. But one night, Zirin's mother fell terribly ill. The village healer, an old woman who lived deep in the woods, was the only one who could cure her. But the old woman lived beyond the whispering woods, and getting there meant traveling alone in the dark. Zirin had no choice. He had to save his mother. So he grabbed a lantern and walked out into the night as soon as the last rays of sunlight faded. Away, the shadows began to dance around him, moving in and out of the trees. They whispered to him, "Speak, little one, speak and we'll give you power." Another shadow hissed, "Tell us your name, little one, and we'll show you the future." Zirin felt a knot of fear tighten in his stomach. The shadows were playing a dangerous game, trying to trick him into speaking. But he remembered his grandfather's warning. The shadows feed on your voice, and once they know your name, they own your soul. So he decided to stay silent. The shadows followed him. Some crawled on the ground, others flew through the air like bats. They begged him to speak, but he didn't. They taunted him, saying things to provoke him, but he just kept walking. They wanted to break him, to make him give in and speak, but they couldn't. Zirin kept his eyes fixed on the path ahead, his lips sealed tight, his heart pounding in his chest. He walked for what felt like hours until he finally reached a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood a giant stone monolith, glowing with strange symbols. Zirin gasped. He didn't know what the symbols meant, but something about them felt familiar, like a half-remembered dream, as he stepped closer. He saw that there was an inscription carved into the stone. It read, "The one who reaches here without a word shall be the keeper of light." As soon as Zirin read these words, the shadows screamed. They writhed and twisted in the air, making horrible screeching noises. They couldn't believe what they were hearing. This silly little boy had outsmarted them. He had found the monolith without giving them any voice. They couldn't follow him anymore. They couldn't even touch him. The moment he stepped into the clearing, he had become untouchable. And that's when Zirin realized that the shadows hadn't been whispering to him to harm him. They had been trying to test him, to see if he was worthy of becoming the keeper of light. With that, the shadows disappeared. Zirin touched the cold stone monolith and closed his eyes. A warm feeling spread through him, and he knew that his mother would be safe. From that day on, Zirin became the voice breaker, the one who had defeated the shadows, not with swords or spells, but with silence. He taught the villagers how to use their voices to break the curse, and the village became alive, with music and laughter once again. And that's all for today. We hope you enjoyed this magical tale of courage and silence. If you want to hear more stories like this, stay tuned. We have a new legend tale every week. Also, we have some more cool shorts. So click on that subscribe button right now and catch you in the next one. Until then, stay awesome.